Welcome one and all to the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship. As you can well and truly see, Saudi Arabia coming to you live this evening from the street circuit of Jeddah. We're just currently with Snickers Bud, but he didn't go too fast there on that lap, letting some cars through. Does he go again for another lap, or does he box? Looks like he's going to give it a red-hot crack now, so we'll stay with the McLaren. Nice to have your company wherever you are tuning in from this evening. What should be an interesting edition of the championship. The fast, winding, dangerous street circuit of Jeddah. Can be quite an exciting layout. It can have its fair share of dramas as well, as we see the McLaren and Snickers Bud get out of shape there. Just coming out of 23, I think it was. 27 corners of this circuit. Sounds a bit strange to say that in the modern day, but just bear with me there, folks. Just having a few technical issues. Okay, I think I'm sorted now. So watch. You heard me call that wrong corner completely. So as we look at it, we've got about just under 13 minutes to go. 10 Sandals now goes to the top. 3/10 quicker than championship leader Will's time in the Ferrari. 10 Sandals in the Alfa Romeo there with a 1:27.9. That's a pretty good time so far. Good enough for top spot. Rip the Beans moves up in there with a 1:28.4. As we watch Prezzo. That's good enough for 7th. That'll put him on the 4th row as it stands. 1:29.8. Watch out for that Alpha Tauri on your left-hand side. And we're with Jeff. We'll better check the tyre situation as well. All soft so far. That was gratuitous use of the track limits there from Jeff, but that's how you get away with it at the moment. So they'll all be doing it where they can. Alpine. Now it was that purple second sector from Jeff. Meanwhile, the Mercedes of Saint goes fast as he knocks about 2.5 tenths off 10 Sandals time. 1:27.6. So we watch Jeff come round turn 27. Can he compete with those times? Straight lines it to the start-finish line. That'll be 4th row with the Deputy Dilldog, 1:29.333. Now, I think Banana Cake Pie, no, he's invalidated his lap. Who have we got round there? It's Prezzo, but he's on his way in as well. So, doesn't appear to be a lot of track action at the moment. We'll go for a ride with Delicious if he's on another lap. DRS is open. He's going for it. Let's ride with the Alpha Tauri on a lap of the Jeddah circuit. Clear that screen up for you for a cleaner look. I'm still having an issue here, guys. Can someone just comment if you can hear me? Or just any comment at all. I'm not seeing any coming through at the moment. No, I don't have a technical crew on hand to fix up my electrical issues. It's just me, myself, and I as we still ride with Delicious. Okay, we got a comment come through. It's saying we got 7 comments. I'm not seeing these comments. I got 1. Mighty Wombat can hear us. That's a good start as well. All right, looks like we're good to go. We're back on track. Just let me know in the comments, guys, if there's any issues throughout with the stream. I think I'm running a bit blind here, but shouldn't cause us too much of an issue, I wouldn't think. Actually, I have an idea on how to fix this. Sorry for the Gavin Arnold goes there first. Alright, let's try and get our heads back into the game. Mine, anyway. Let's try to work out what corner's what out of all 27 of them. It's one of the tracks I don't think I've ever driven. I think I've done like 2 or 3 laps. That's it. Around Jeddah. I can tell you how the third... I don't need to tell you how the third lap ended. I'll give you one guess. So we're with Karma, winner a couple of weeks back in the US of A. Recently demoted to 4th in the championship, but having a solid season nonetheless. Certainly not out of it. 69 points adrift at the top of the standings. And this is looking like a pretty solid lap so far. Purple in the middle. Dances over the curbs. Well, not so much curbs, just some red and white lines on the track there, aren't they? Flat as a tack, really. Flings it round 27 towards start-finish line. Can he get a lap in the bank? Oh, can he what? 1:27.641. Good enough for the provisional top spot. Karma hits back. So we're with Buster at the moment. He's just working his way around turn 17. On the far side of the circuit. And he's pulled out of that one, so we'll flick down to Prezzo in the Williams, see if he can move up off the 4th row of the grid as it stands. It's a no, he's jumping out of the way as well. Can we find who's on a hot lap here? Keekon's invalidated his. Williams in the pits. I do apologise for the intermittent commentary, guys. I'm having some issues here, but I'll get on top of these. Get on top of these for the race anyway. Delicious out of that last corner, almost does a Max Verstappen and slaps the white wheel of the AlphaTauri into the wall. Does not, however. What he does do goes up to the third row of the grid. 6th place, 128.161. I like it a lot. And the top guys, where's the top man? Will. Good chance today to extend his championship lead. He needs to do a bit better in qualifying. Both Ferraris, actually. Grimmy. We'll go down to... Oh, who's ahead? We'll go to Grimmy first. He's further around the track. He's coming around turn 18. So we pick up the Ferrari there now as he goes through turn 20. Flying along. You know just how far to push it there. And they come around that little complex at 22 and 23. Now onto the brakes for 27. Round the last corner. Nice and smooth from the Ferrari driver. He needs to improve on a 128.6. 5th row at the moment becomes the top of the 4th row. 128.193. Here comes his partner in crime. Will. Number 69 Ferrari. He makes his way through the final corner. Can he usurp his teammate? Oh, Kenny Watt, he usurps the whole field. 127.4. When the chips were down, Will delivers. 3 minutes left in the session. Who's going to challenge that one? Still time to get it done. Sandals. Oh, did he touch the... Oh, he's definitely touched the wall there. He's going through. He just went round turn 13 like a pinball. Off the inside barrier into the outside barrier. He's going to cut this lap away and let Drow through. Very courteous of him. I think PRL's Trip the Beans coming through as well. Meanwhile, we join Beans' partner PRL Sane. He's on an out lap. Try and pick up who's going to go first. Looks like only 15 cars on the grid at the moment. I'm not sure if there's any quali penalties being served. Meanwhile, Will went again. He did a second lap unbeknownst to my good self. Not so good self. And he has absolutely smashed his own time. 126.9. First one into the 126s. What's Drow doing? Went round for another lap, but not doing the lap. So we might join Mr. Beans. I think he's having another crack. Got one lap in. Well, this lap's invalidated, so I think we might cut him away. Delicious is on an out lap. Sorry guys, just trying to find someone on a hot lap. We'll go to the Saint. He's currently put in a 127.7. He needs to find about 8/10 if he's to take pole position, or at least be in the fight for it. So he makes his way through turn 10, 11, 12. Very short straight here up to 13. It's roughly a 200-degree corner on the far part of the circuit there before taking off through the rest of the lap. It goes through 15, 16, 17, 18. Short burst down to 19, and then it's left again through 20. Right through 21. Rip the Beans has called it a day, as has Buster. So we're out of time in the session. Get those laps done, guys. So round turn 27 for the Saint. Taps the wall. Just gave it a little smooch on the way out. And into the pits. Oh, shame. Karma improves, but doesn't improve his position. Next over the line goes... I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Prezzo. We got Deputy Dildog. He's invalidated his lap. Prezzo not on a hot lap. That might be it, is it? Snickers Bud has invalidated his lap, I think. Could be all she wrote. And oh, actually, Delicious. Delicious. The sole remaining car on a hot lap. He's currently rounding out the fourth row of the grid. He's got a 128.1 under his sleeve. What can he do as far as improving it goes? Oh, classic! Gets it to a 127.6. Moves up to the second row. That's a good lap at the death. So, 4 different constructors in the top 4. That's good to see. Ferrari, Red Bull, AlphaTauri, Mercedes. Then Rip the Beans in 5th. We've got an Alfa Romeo 6th, a McLaren 7th, an Aston Martin 8th. Let's get ready to rumble. Not a bad little session that, but no doubting who the man of the moment was, and that was the championship leader, Will, once more, delivering the goods. He'd be very much looking to wrap this championship up soon. I'll get those results up on screen shortly, I hope. We've just seem to be looking at a black... I saw results there. I'm not sure if we're having connection issues. I hope this is going to go and take us smoothly into the race. It does. So we missed the results page. All right. I'm just going to go and quickly check my connection. So hopefully we can have a smooth stream throughout the entirety of the Jeddah race. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with you very shortly. Who's ready? We're ready. 25 laps of the Saudi Arabian Jeddah circuit laid out for us here today in the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship. Round 11 about to get underway as the cars get onto the grid. Pole man, we get a look down the field. Go. Lights out and the charge down to turn. The front, it's the pole man Will. He'll go into the first corner first, ahead of Karma. The rest of the field. He's gone round. First man out. At least he didn't hit the wall. Hopefully he got away with that one damage-free and can rejoin the race. Meanwhile, out the front, Will from Karma, 10 Sandals. Have we lost another one? The Saint's gone off this time. Has he got away with damage? Delicious goes past as the field heads down to turn 13. Will's still in the lead from Karma. 10 Sandals leading the rest of the pack, moves up. Oh, and the Mercedes have ripped the beam, smashes into the wall. He's ripped the front wing off is what he's ripped. Spins it round. He's going to have to make his way all the way back to the pits for repairs. Not a good start for the Mercedes as we see his teammate now pass the stricken car. Well, it was to be expected early on. 10 Sandals still up there in third. Buster in the Aston Martin. So we'll check the position changes. Look at that, all up a few places. 5 place gain for Drow back there in the Haas. Round turn 13 we go as we see the Williams of Prezzo just getting really out of shape there. Gave the wall a bit of a tap. Did he pick up some damage? He's going to come into the pits. I didn't see any pieces come off the car. Had all his end plates and whatnot, but decides to box anyway. So Drow goes up another place. He's busy dueling with Banana Cake Pie out front. Kekon at the back. Well, the Haas goes wide. We know he's got a bit of a habit of doing that. There he goes wide again, just to say it. But come on, Drow, keep it between the white lines, mate. Don't want to blow a good start by racking up penalties immediately. This could be his best start of the season so far. And he's already homing in on Banana Cake Pie. He's got his eye on that Alfa Romeo. He can close in through this section. Might be... Oh, we've got another yellow flag. Is that Delicious? It is again. Parked. Just thereabouts around turn 18. Go back to Drow. See what progress the Haas drop. Oh, he sapped the wall! Oh, that was almost it. That was almost all she wrote for the Haas driver. You want to hit those. Here he goes up the inside into 27. Doesn't quite make it stick. And he could be in all sorts now as far as... Oh, he goes into the pits. Did he pick up some damage, or are we just looking at alternate strategies here from some of the guys? Is this an early switch to medium tyres for the Haas? No, he's going to go another set of soft, so there was damage on the front wing. Ah, it's a shame for the Haas driver. So he'll get on his way, probably down there in about 13th position. He'll stay. Meanwhile, back out front, the gap to the leader for Karma is 1.5 seconds at the moment. Pretty similar gap back to 10 Sandals there in third. And there was, well, predicted Drow gets the 3-second time penalty. Dare say that won't be the last of them for this evening's race. Now we'll checking on Grimmy here. He's got DRS open, closing in on and going past the McLaren of Deputy Dilldog. That'll be 5th spot. Oh, Drow's really gone and done it this time, I think. No, keeps going. I thought he might have had the halves beached out there for a minute on turn 18, exit of. Now Buster's closing in on that 3rd position. Actually, Deputy Dilldog, the little dog, didn't take that one lying down per se and went back past Grimmy for 5th spot. Now Buster, as I said, he's going to be within DRS range of Tent Sandals. Through the back part of the circuit they go, coming out of turn 13. They wind their way all the way into the final corner at 27. So Buster now with the DRS open, just stayed within a second. The man in front, Tent Sandals, gets in a bit closer. That was worth about 3/10 to the Aston Martin driver. Now pops the rear wing open once more down the start finish straight. The OCD of us out there. No, the start finish straight just ain't quite completely straight. It's just a little kink in there before the start finish line. Grimmy continues his pursuit of the McLaren ahead there in 5th spot. So we've still got all the 15 runners, so that's good. We haven't lost anyone yet. Drow's at the back after his damage repairs, followed by an incident and a 3-second penalty, and the 2 Mercedes. Prezzo gets the next of the penalties. The 2 Mercedes both having an incident, but surviving their respective spins, which is good. No safety cars required. Probably a miracle in its own that we've had 3 offs and no serious accidents, no safety cars so far. So Grimmy just hit the apex of that corner a bit nicer than Deputy Dilldog, and now with DRS assistance and a better run out of 27, he's going to close right in on the back of that McLaren. But as the great Murray Walker used to say, catching is one thing, passing is quite another, and that particularly applies on this circuit. To have DRS is one thing, but doesn't guarantee a pass like some of the other circuits where you literally fly past a competitor. He's going to try it this time, is he? Up the inside. They're side by side. Will the McLaren stick it around the outside of 13? He can't. How close can he stay now as they worm their way down towards the next DRS detection zone? Come out of 18 and 19. Oh, there's a lovely view. Look at that. You can see the gap visually decreasing as the McLaren gets closer. So he's going to have DRS. Now as they head round turn 25, 26 and 27, Grimmy moves to defend immediately. Look at him like ants in the distance, but sweeps past. Takes the spot back, so it'll be Grimmy's turn this time, now sporting the name It's Grimmy 85, to close in on the back of the McLaren, who's not going to make a move to defend. 5th place goes back to the Ferrari. Oh, look how close Deputy Dilldog is this time. Really close. Are you going to find a way through? It's tough. Meanwhile, Buster's gone up to 3rd place ahead. We might catch up with those two. There's Tent Sandals on his case. So the battle for 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th between Buster and Tent Sandals. And then the second one, Grimmy and Deputy Dilldog, respectively. Looks like they're in a little DRS slingshotting battle. Buster's got it and made a meal of that corner there. This has allowed the Alfa Romeo up around the outside through the inside now for turn 18. Can't make it stick though. So they're back to turn 22 now, and he's as close as ever. He'll pick up DRS. Meanwhile, Rip the Beams down there having pitted for fresh tyres. New set of softs. Sets the fastest lap on lap 6. Alfa Romeo can't find a way through. He'll have another crack at it down the start-finish straight. Heading towards turn 1. Here he goes up the inside. And passes easily. And it's going to be much of the same for Grimmy back there in 5th. Good if these... Oh, and the back of the Ferrari stepping out through turn 2. Be great if these two could catch the other two. Make it a 4-way battle for 3rd. Anna Kate Pye's in the pits down there, taking on a fresh set of softs. He'll come out in 13th place. The gap between Buster and Grimmy there, 1.9 at the moment. It is closing a bit. Oh, and did he bang into the wall there, Grimmy? I'm pretty sure he did. Has he picked up any damage out of that? Not sure how we're going to see if he did, but seemed to give the wall a big whack. A few taps on the wall, but they're getting away with them at the moment. Deputy Dilldog goes through into 4th this time. Prezzo gets another penalty. Now, McCarm has come in from 2nd position. He's taken on the medium tyres. That promotes Tent Sandals to 2nd. Buster's still there, just pretty much on his case. The other two in 4th and 5th can't catch up. In fact, Grimmy's dropped right off the back of the McLaren now, so I'm not sure if he's had a little moment. Those soft tyres might be a little... Jeff gets another penalty as well, so it's a Alpine... Oh, sorry, Prezzo's in the Williams, isn't he? I was going to say an Alpine penalty party. My bad, as we watch Grimmy in the Ferrari come into the pits, along with Buster in the Aston. Away he goes on that fresh set of mediums. Back up the front, we still commanding this race. 5-second lead over this man. 10 Sandals up there in second. Yes, Grimmy did have slight damage. Thank you, Gavin Arnold, joining us in the comments live from the pits. 10 Sandals up there in second. His best result of the season is a third so far, so he's sitting in rare air at the moment. Be nice for him and those involved if he could hold on to that second position. Now, Karma, has he just gone past Keycon there in fourth? Scything his way back through the field. And the tyre situation back up on screen there. So we've almost completed 10 laps of the 25 set out for us today. And we've got a yellow flag. Oh, Rip the Beans is done. His day is done and dusted. It looks like, will this be a safety car? That's down at turn 7. But no sign of the safety car, so that's good. So we'll play on without Rip the Beans. We're down to 14 runners, sorry. Now Buster and 10 Sandals going at it. Buster's gone through on the Alfa Romeo driver just after 10 Sandals has boxed for new tyres. It's the job done. So which two are going to go at it next? It looks like the two McLarens are getting pretty intimate there in 5th and 6th. Oh, battle of the teammates. Is he letting... I think he's let his teammate through there, and probably a good move. He knows he's on the older tyres. His teammate, Deputy Dill Dog, on the fresh mediums. Nice to see the teams working in unison towards the best possible goals there. Now Grimmy's closing in on Prezzo. Should be pretty easy pickings there. The Williams still has not come into the pits to get rid of those 8-lap-old softs. Grimmy on the fresh mediums. Just beats him straight up in the run out of turn 27, so flies away, and a bit of DRS to boot to clear a bit of a gap. Now Wee's come into the pits. Worth noting that, not sure if he went a lap too far, but Karma certainly made the most of those fresh tyres. The gap less than what it was before they pitted. But either way, Will's still out of DRS zone now. Drow there doesn't appear to be with us, so to speak. Now, can Karma keep up with the Ferrari? Meanwhile, the battle for third's still well and truly alive. Buster unable to shake 10 Sandals. And Grimmy down there in 7th decides to go after some McLaren blood once more. And in similar circumstances, shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, Karma up there in second gets a 3-second time penalty, just pushing the absolute limits of his Red Bull, and it's cost him 3 seconds worth. So that's a shame. Grimmy goes through up into 6th. Now 10 Sandals has gotten past Buster, so these two refuse to leave each other alone, and nor should they. So we'll keep an eye on Grimmy, see if he can carve his way through that field like a hot knife through butter. So far, just the one DNF in the race. 13 laps gone. Rip the Beans departs the scene. We're left with 14 runners. A few non-starters this week. Significant absence of Scotty, normally in the Alpha Tauri, third in the championship. He was 61 points adrift. So this absence will all but put his championship fight to bed. Buster trying to line up 10 Sandals again. Getting a bit ragged in his pursuit. Lap 15 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. If you're just joining the broadcast for the first time, 14 runners remain. We've only lost the one Mercedes, Rip the Beans. I think it was lap 10. Will in the Ferrari, the pole man, controlling the race pretty nicely. We're watching his teammate Grimmy down there in 6th, slowly advancing on the gearbox of Deputy Dilldog to pick up where they left off before the first round of pit stops, battling each other ad nauseum through the streets of Jeddah. And the gap is slowly closing. These two will be trading hostilities very soon. Here comes Grimmy now. His tyre's actually one lap older than that of the McLaren driver. Deputy Dilldog there in 5th. The McLaren driver putting in a pretty good show. Banana Cake Pie gets himself a penalty. Only managed 12th last week, the McLaren driver. He's about to get demoted one place closer to that, I think. But had his season best result, 3rd and a podium 2 weeks prior in the US Grand Prix, as we see Grimmy go through into 5th spot. So still a pretty good showing so far from Deputy Dilldog, and still a bit of a way to go. Anything can happen in that time. Yet to see a safety car, which I didn't think I'd be saying on lap 17. Will we get one yet? DRS for the McLaren driver now as they head down into 13, but he just throws that well wide. Not the run he would have been looking for. Drow busy down there now, racking up penalties. So is Prezzo on 9 seconds worth as well. The Williams driver there in 8th. Jeff picks one up as well. That is 6 seconds worth for him as well. So Will out in front looking pretty comfortable. 3.5 second lead over Karma in the Red Bull, and Karma also harbouring that 3 second time penalty to be added to his race time at the end. Oh, there's a position change, so Karma's come in. He's going to serve said penalty. Was that damage repairs as well? So that's very interesting. He's going to go for a little 7, it'll be an 8 lap dash on the soft tyres. Where can he get to from here? This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Will any of the guys in front come in for a pit stop? So we'll go back to what seems to be the never-ending battle between these two. They're like siblings that just refuse to stop fighting with each other. You try to tell them to separate, they just go at each other once more. Here he goes. Now he's going to be forced to the outside, but gets ahead of Grimmy before turn 27. Now he'll try to drive off in the distance, but the Ferrari will have the DRS this time. Doesn't move to defend. A little bit puzzling. He just wants to follow that. Happy to follow the Ferrari for now. Back out front, we see Will doing it pretty comfortably. We're just looking, I'm just checking the battery levels, see. Will still with 76% battery up his sleeve. Tent Sandals has a full battery. Uses a bit of it now. Buster's rinsed his dry nearly. Grimmy, that looked like a Ferrari a little bit out of shape there on lap 19, coming through turn 19. Continues on. Deputy Dilldog closes. Grimmy defends, keeps the McLaren to the outside. Who's going to get the better run here? Well, I think regardless, the McLaren's going to get the DRS. Grimmy tries to break the toe. Will he move to the inside to defend it? He does. Sends the McLaren down the outside. Now it's a bit closer this time. They're actually going to have to fight it. Meanwhile, Karma down there in 6th sets the fastest lap of the race. No surprises there on the fresh set of softs. How long until he catches up to this battle? Now in a repeat of what we just saw, maybe not quite a repeat, I think PRL Saint's gotten well ahead of Snickers Bud before turn 1. We see the Mercedes move up to 9th spot. Let's check in with our leader quickly, see how he's doing. Sometimes he's just out front doing it so comfortably we give him a bit of a miss until he's taken the checkered flag, which he did last week in Bahrain. Ever consistent is Will in the Ferrari. Looking large and in charge at the moment as he commences his 5th last lap of the race. So 5 to go between Will and the checkered flag. Banana Cake Pie gets a 3-second penalty. We'll just quickly show you the penalty situation there. 9 for Drow, 9 for Banana Cake Pie, 9 for Prezzo up in 8th. And a whole lot of 6s and 3s for the others. Back to the tyre situation. Now Grimmy has opened up that gap. So Deputy Dilldog might have just got a bit out of shape somewhere there in the 43 McLaren. And as a result, he's dropped off the back of Grimmy and into the clutches of Karma. As we mentioned, on those fresher set of soft tyres, he's going to go up the inside now through turn 13. And does so. Probably not much point in fighting him. Deputy Dilldog might be better served just getting a bit of a tow along from the Red Bull. See if he can be pulled back into the fight with Grimmy. He's going to get close enough for DRS next time round. Let's see, so I think it activates out of turn 24. It does. How close can he stick with the Red Bull? It's going to be pretty close. Will he cause that Red Bull any dramas down the start-finish straight? The gap 7/10. I'd say the Red Bull's going to be safe going into turn 1. But as I also mentioned, this will help him get pulled back into the fight with Grimmy. So only a handful of laps to go. Karma needs to get a little bit of a move on if he's going to do anything about the likes of Buster up there in 3rd position in the last of the podium positions. Tent Sandals looking good for his best result of the season. Sitting up there in 2nd. And a good haul of points for him as well. Should advance a few places in the championship. He's currently on 97 points, 129 adrift of Will. Oh, it looks like Delicious has moved up into 11th place, taking that one off Jeff. So could be a few potential milestones for these 2 out well, this group out front, Will doing what Will does best, as we see Karma go through on Grimmy for 4th place. Grimmy's going to try and fight back. Karma firmly plants his Red Bull right up against the fence. He'll try around the outside, side by side through 1 and 2. Oh, little nudge. Saw these two going hammer and tong at Bahrain last week. It was quite amusing watching them go hammer and tong through the first sector over and over at Bahrain, Ferrari, Red Bull. And then we all sat down a few hours later and saw the same thing in the actual race between Verstappen and Leclerc. Looks like Karma's broken away this time. Here's Tense Sandals in second, going over a piece of debris. Hopefully that doesn't cause him any puncture issues. On course for his best result of the season, as is this man way down there. Buster hasn't been on the podium all season. Best result was a 4th 3 weeks ago in Singapore. So the street circuit's serving him pretty well, it would seem. That was where Tense Sandals had his best result as well, the 3rd place. So those two were, it was Tense Sandals just ahead of Buster that day as well. Looking good, only a couple of laps to go if they can hang on. You can see Karma there in the background though. Closing in. He'll be absolutely piling the pressure on to Buster. If he can get close enough. Buster's got roughly 1.5 laps to go if he can hang on for that podium position. You would think at worst he could equal his previous best. Gap's now visual. Oh, it's 1.2 seconds. I'm fearing the worst here for Buster and his podium spot. Can he pull a miracle and somehow hold on to that podium spot? Stayed outside of DRS range for now, but it's not going to be the case coming down the start-finish straight. You could see the visual difference between the way the two cars handled that final corner. The Red Bull looking on absolute rails. Last lap. Will leads the way. Tense Sandals staring down the barrel of a season best finish. And Karma, or Buster there in 3rd. He's got Karma staring down his barrel. Going to try desperately to hang on for a podium spot. His tyres, 14 laps old, well past their best. Goes the Red Bull up the inside, takes the spot. It was almost inevitable. Can Buster somehow stay with the Red Bull? His best chance is going to be to keep DRS, or pick up DRS towards the final corner. Managing to hang on. Actually, Karma, I just forgot about the penalty situation, like a silly Billy. He's going to take that podium position after all, isn't he? Round the final corner, Will takes the victory in Saudi Arabia. Tense Sandals with his season best finish. Karma crosses in 3rd, but Buster gets the final podium position. Karma 4th. Grimmy, pretty solid race. Geez, he'll sleep well tonight after all those battles with this man. Deputy Dilldog, 6th place from the McLaren. Kekon coming around the last corner. Good solid effort from the Williams driver. He'll add to his 66-point season tally. PRL Saint giving the crowd a little weaving dance. Did good recovery race to get back into 8th. Prezzo in 9th. And here comes Snickers Bud in 10th. There's your winner. We might give the crowning moment and the final scene to this man, Tense Sandals, in the Alfa Romeo. Good solid points haul. He'll move up a few positions. No surprises. Buster gets driver of the day. And some pretty solid driving from the whole field. No safety cars. Cannot believe I'm saying that. I thought the safety car was going to be a 95% chance for sure. Well, I guess it still was. It's just the other 5% happened. Champagne for the victors. Always good to see 3 different constructors up there as well. Get those results up on screen if they load through, unlike they did not in qualifying. And there's Buster, you can see, starting in 8th up to 3rd position behind Tense Sandals and Will. 4th went to Karma. 5th Grimmy. 6th Deputy Dilldog in McLaren Kekon. Excellent drive. 13th up to 7th, worth noting. Snickers Bud, he started last and went to 9th. PRL Saint, I think, was last at one stage and made his way back to 8th. Prezzo 10th, Jeff 11th, Delicious, Banana Cake Pie, and Drowl in 14th. Thank you very much for joining us in the comments there today, guys. We look forward to having your company next week as we bring you all the action from what is the home race of a lot of the drivers, the Australian Grand Prix. And it'll be 1 week before the actual Australian Grand Prix. Can't wait for that one. Hopefully a lot of you are getting down to Melbourne to view the race in person after a 2-year absence from the calendar. Tickets are selling like absolute hotcakes. It's going to be a super atmosphere. I could probably talk about it all day, but we really need to wrap up this broadcast as though we are done for the evening. Thank you for joining us wherever you're tuned in from. Looking forward to having your company with us next week for the Australian Grand Prix. Until then, it's bye for now.